Hello there everyone, my name is Oversoul, this is Oversoul Gaming, and welcome back to Rise of Insanity! So, we're stuck in this jail cell after everything that happened, and I thought we were so close to the end, man, I really pushed it, but I wonder how close we actually are. Okay, so... What the fuck was that? All I heard was a buzzy popping. Oh, okay, the cell's open now. Of course. That's not the exit. Nope. That's the way to go, but... Oh, that must be the phone that'll take us to the next level after we've done everything else that there is to do in here. So... Time for a little hallway exploring, yes? Gimme. Interrogation protocol, blah blah blah. In the case of the murder of Susan Dowell and Theodore Dowell, suspect Edward Blurry, the interrogation is conducted by Chief Inspector Samuel Wilson. After many attempts to make contact with the suspect, we still do not have any information. The accused is constantly smiling and distinctly repeating a sentence that reads, "The nightmares have stopped." His gaze is absent. He does not maintain eye contact with the interlocutor. He probably does not make anything of the position that he is in. Without the presence of a forensic psychologist, we are not able to obtain more information. It is assumed that the case will be closed with an insanity plea. I mean... The man was completely destroyed by the therapist and his unethical, practices of therapy. This is the other side.
So maybe you would tell us about your authorial therapy. What do you think, Mr. Dow? Can you hear me? It's better now, isn't it? So, can we continue? Great. Did you know that Susan Dow was pregnant?
What? Well, that's interesting. So they interrogated Mr. Dowell, too. In the case of the murder of Susan Dowell, blah, 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 suspect, the interrogation is conducted by Chief Inspector Samuel Wilson and forensic psychologist Mrs. Vanessa Green. Thanks to Mrs. Vanessa, we have managed to come in contact with the suspect. It has been established that he is single. He worked as a gardener for the Dowell family. He said that for the last months, he had been taking part in the therapy and that it was to cure him from his split personality disorder. He admitted that he had killed his wife and child, but, as he emphasized, he had done it in his dreams because Dr. Dowell had told him to do so. It had been part of his therapy. We have finally figured it out. It is necessary to speak with Dr. Dowell. Yep. The doctor is the real bad guy here. John, I know that tomorrow is Bowman's shift, so I've hidden the key for the door switches in a safe place. Don't tell him anything. Let's drive him nuts for a while. Okay. So I need to find a key for the door switches so I can open the door and do the telephone and get the hell out of Dodge. Got it. Got it. Good. So there's a lot of different places around here that we can go. Let's take it one little bit at a time, shall we? Man, it is very quiet in this here, police station. Another ink blot. That one looks like a worried face. Okay. I knew you would lead somewhere. Okay, that room just circles around. Nothing over here? Of course not. So, it is, in fact, the end of the hallway in which we want to investigate. Says the guy running headfirst into spooks. Yup, you both open. What have we here? Move out of my way, chair. I cannot get to the photo that clearly looks like I should be able to interact with it because you are in my goddamn way. Never mind. I can't look at that map either. Stephen Dowell is the witness. The interrogation is conducted by Chief Inspector Samuel Wilson. The suspect is shocked. There is no rational contact with him. It is understandable in his position. He hasn't said anything new. After the murder, there were many different comments from the psychology world in the press. The witness has only mentioned that his therapy for curing a mental split disorder has been very ineffective. He hasn't commented on that. Well, why would he? He was damn near in trouble for it. Oh, there's a padlock code that I don't know? Oh, okay. Okay. I see. I have to find the padlock code. And that will give me the answer I need to get inside that cabinet, which probably holds the key for the door switch. Fresh Grounds. It seriously looks like a Folgers thing, but they changed the name of it to say Fresh Grounds for copyright reasons. It's just generic Fresh Grounds coffee. Hello. Wait a minute. Oh. Oh. Okay, I get it. It's Morse code. Okay, so what's the first one? Beep, 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 beep. Alright, I'm gonna need to listen to that again. The long beeps are for the dashes, and the short beeps are for the dots, so... 3. It's 327. 327. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. It's 327. And I'm going to assume that that's the padlock combination. She may look clean, but... Spread syphilis and gonorrhea. You can't beat the Axis if you get VD. Pickups, good time girls, prostitutes. Oh my god. Yeah, this thing definitely took place in... This story took place in the olden days. Okay, what did I say it was? 237? Oop. Damn it, I did it wrong. It's 327, I bet. Yep, I got it. It was 327. I had it wrong. And there's the key. But first, I'd like to see if there's anything behind door number 3. And there's not. Nothing to interact with. That door is done. Now, will I get back to the main room without any kind of spooktacular jump scare thingy happening to me? Yes? No? Maybe? Probably not? Is that ectoplasm? Well, I got the one I needed. I'm just waiting for the jump scare. It's usually about the point where it comes in. Nope, not this time? Alright.
Listen, Bowman, give me some creeps,
Listen,
doctor.
Bowman, give me
I
some
won't
creeps,
manage
doctor.
alone.
I won't manage alone. Oh, now we're at a courthouse. This is where things get real. Hello. June issue. The examination conducted by Dr. Maslow's team should not be taken into consideration during the investigation. Dr. Maslow could influence the examination in order to help his friend. Dr. Bandura says Dr. Dowell was known for his controversial methods of treatment and the is fact that in the past, I think they meant to say it is fact, that in the past he has probably led to a patient's death, he adds. Yeah, I could see that happening. Oh, okay. Thank you for this untimely judgment. I'm happy to participate.
I hereby open the trial against Edward about Susan Dowell and Theodore Dowell's murder.
Why do they
The
keep...
prosecutor and counsel wish to say anything before the trial is started.
Oh, shit.
I would like to enclose the report about my client's insanity to the evidence, as well as recordings made by Dr. Dowell during the therapy.
Mr. Edward, could you tell us about the relation that was between you and Mrs. Susan Dow, Dr. Stephen Dow's wife, that tried to cure you? I would like to enclose documents from Susan Dow's autopsy to the evidence. Basing on these, Your Honor, as well as the jury can get to know that the victim was pregnant with the defendant.
Oh, Stephen's wife was pregnant with Edward's child. But why is Edward's last name constantly blanked out? The interrogation is conducted by Chief Inspector Samuel Wilson, blah, 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 forensic psychologist Mr. Richard Jackson. After the appearance of new evidence, which is Susan Dowell's autopsy protocol, we have come to know that she was in the first month of pregnancy. Furthermore, the father of the child is suspect Edward. We have established that Stephen had a motive and the skills to manipulate Edward. During interrogation, the suspect showed lack of contact with his interlocutors. He experienced ambivalent states, from hysteria attacks to complete apathy. During interrogation, the accompanying psychologist came up with a thesis about Mr. Dowell's insanity, which might have been caused by many traumatic experiences in a short period of time. Oh my god. Stephen knew about the affair. He knew about the pregnancy. He knew about the affair. I don't know if he knew about the pregnancy. That one might be stretching it a bit. But he knew about the affair. That much is clear. And he intentionally manipulated Edward with his unethical treatments.
I opened a trial against Stephen Dowell about malpractice against Edward, who caused Susan and Theodore Dowell's death.
Exactly.
Did the prosecutor and counsel wish to say anything before the trial has started?
My client, as a doctor, always takes care about patients' welfare. In the enclosed evidence, Your Honor may read about many difficult cases that have been cured by the defendant. He was trying to cure his protege at any cost to ease the pain.
I would like to enclose to the evidence the description of one therapy conducted by the defendant, which, as we can read, also finished with a failure. The girl, with similar illness like Edward, who under the influence of the therapy made suicide.
And did the defendant realize that his wife was pregnant, not with him, but with Edward?
This is one of those indie horror games where I think the developers of it, English isn't their first language. But at the same time, it's kind of weird because, like, a lot of times those are usually a lot worse. And this one is actually pretty well done for a, like, cheap little indie horror game. It was like, what, $12? That's not bad, considering the content. Hello. The tragic events from my friend's past had a very bad influence on his mental health condition, says Dr. Abraham Maslow, friend of the accused, suspected of manipulating Dr. Stephen Dowell, which in turn has led him to murder his family. I deny the rumors saying that Stephen pretended to have a mental incompetence. I have examined him. He was also examined by other psychologists and psychiatrists who were strange to him, Dr. Maslow adds. Where's this phone? That was just a busy beep this time. No dialogue at all. Interesting. And now where have we awoken? Looks like a normal... Okay, nope, never mind. Not a normal bathroom at all. Actually, what the hell?
Can I see you in my office?
It's like a mental institution room, but with all of his accommodations. You know? Alright, whose office are we going to? Are we going to see Boss Man so he can tell us we're fired for malpractice? It really is his own fault that man killed his wife and child, and quite frankly, I think that's what he wanted to happen. I think it was intentional. He took someone who was sick in the head and manipulated them into murdering his own wife and child out of some petty vengeance scheme. Okay, so that is the office over there. Just want to be clear about that. Make sure I don't miss anything before going in it. And he thought that if he had done that he would be completely cleared of any charges because he's not the one who caused the murder. But 2 cases of people killing themselves or someone else after being through therapy with him, it's definitely gonna open some eyes and cause some investigations, you know? And that's definitely a case for malpractice. No ifs, ands, or buts about that. Okay, I'm in your office. What do you want from me? Mother and 7-year-old son murdered. Woman receives 30 stab wounds 2 days after the child is strangled during sleep. The father of the family is the one responsible for the commission of all these horrible acts. Yep.
How are you feeling today? Everything's okay?
Nope.
I think it's time to show you something. Let's go to the next room. Have a seat and make yourself comfortable.
Okay, thank you, invisible guiding voice. Oh god, he's about to get a taste of his own medicine, which is exactly where all this came from. What if, after being sued for malpractice, he got put in a mental institution, and this entire game is him going through his own... It's him going...
Our relationship started to pass away suddenly. Stephen treated me like a lodger, unwanted person, with whom he lived because it was a kind of interest. And I started to live on memories and projections that were so beautiful in my head, so perfect. Stephen was in them like years before, like when we moved into our new house and we planned to make a big garden, only for us. These memories made me stronger, helped me to survive and wait for tomorrow with hope. First time, I thought that maybe I'm only dreaming, or the projections about him became ridiculously strong. He came to me like before, smiling, happy, with sparkles in his eyes. Similar situations repeated in the next weeks, and I, instead of looking for their source, was waiting till my loving Stephen came back, just for a while, to feel like before, like years ago. At the beginning of our relationship, Stephen often told me about interesting things from the psychology ward. During his studies, he met with the case of a patient with multiple personalities. I remember well this case because it seemed to be very exciting. So many different personalities in one body that differ in IQ, beliefs, talents, and even visual acuity. I hid my husband's illness to meet with Eddie, his second personality, to feel happy, just for a while, to fulfill my dreams. During our romance, we often met in the garden. Today, I again talked with Eddie. He is in very bad condition. Stephen's therapy started to even scare him, he says. He must make terrible things to be cured and finally take a breath. As a last resort, I will send this recording to Abraham.
Huh. Abraham being the other therapist guy who was a friend with Stephen. Well. Oh, of course. Now we're in the upside down. Or the right side up, depending on how you look at it. Don't throw chairs at me. Rude. Fucking spooks, man. Oh, okay, it's the turnaround. Oh, shit! What in the hell? Oh, another duck. Whoa, holy warp vision. Kinda wish I could walk through that. Oh, cool. Now we get to go to hell and get our punishment. Oh, I guess not. We're already there. No. The fact that she was pregnant explains the crib, by the way. That makes a lot of sense now. The son was too old for a crib. Yeah. And his ass is the one that... Okay. If you say so, thank you for that. Spookiness. Back in the garden. Everything's going Just as hunky-dory as it did before. Nope, not going that way. Turn around, get jump scared. Turn around and see a grave site with 4 graves? One for the mother, one for the child, one for the unborn child, and 1 open grave for us. I guarantee it. Or maybe those graves are just representing all the blood on the therapist's hands. That little girl that committed suicide, and then of course his wife, his child, and his wife's unborn child. Unborn affair child. Oh. And so we stand on the rocky precipice. Yep. And jump our way into hell. Geronimo! It's a little metaphorical and pretentious, but I dig it.
It doesn't feel like home anymore. But I will stay here in those walls.
So wait, is that actually what happened though? Did the doctor, unable to live with his guilt and everything, kill himself? Did he not actually get arrested for his malpractice? I don't know. I'm a little confused by the ending, but at least I understand the story and what happened and what led to all this. So, all things considered, this was better than expected, especially for like a $12 little indie horror game. Not bad at all. Not bad. I mean, I've definitely played worse. I've played better, but I've played worse. This was good. I'd give it like a 6 or 7 out of 10, you know? A for effort. But anyways, let me know what you thought of this game overall and your theories about that ending. And just your thoughts on everything about it in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and leave it a like. And as always, thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you possibly on another day, definitely another time, and likely in another video. Okay, goodbye.